so proud of my son. He says to me, "What about one of the shards of Mjolnir when it breaks apart in Thor 4?" And he's like, "What if somebody ate it?" I was like, "That's a completely different conversation." Can you imagine if Thor came up to you and was like, grabs your mouth and
Here.
shoves a piece? Hey Phil, what's up?
What's going on, Joe?
So I was picking up my son and I was driving him back home, and we've been taking this new route to a new meeting he does in the evenings. A few days ago, we were driving back and he's like, "Oh, is that something on the road?" And it wasn't. It was a couch cushion, just a brown couch cushion that looked like he thought it was an animal. And at a glance, it totally looked like an animal. And I was like, "Oh, look, there's two." And there's another one on the grass. One in the road, one on the grass. These little brown couch cushions. I was like, "Oh, that's a shame. Some couch cushions fell off the back of this guy's truck, whatever." So we drive on and don't think about it at all. 5 days later, we're driving back from this meeting, and I was like, "It's still there." And he's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, they're both still here." And we're like, I pointed out that it's strange that they didn't move at all. Like, no car hit them. No one moved them out of the way nicely. No one stopped to investigate. And even the weather, like, they're couch cushions. A heavy wind
Yeah.
should move a couch cushion. Even if it just picks it up the just how wind works, right? Anyway, so we got to talking about it, and we were like, "Oh," he's like, "Maybe there's something heavy inside." And I was like, "Oh, sure, like two animal bodies, just like someone accidentally hit some animals." I was like, "Oh no, how do I hide the evidence?" And then they took the animals and shoved them inside these cushions and left them on the side of the road. Terrible plan, terrible people. It's not how you get rid of an animal body. I'm not speaking from experience, but that's not how you would do it. And he says, "What if Mjolnir's in there? Thor's hammer?" And I was like, "That's a great point. Like, if that was there, it certainly wouldn't move. And even if someone came by to clean it up, they would not be able to move it." And I said, "But are there two of them? Because there were two cushions." He says, "Well, Mjolnir and Stormbreaker." And it's like, Stormbreaker doesn't work like that. Like, Stormbreaker, you can move. Like, I could move Stormbreaker. Like, like anyone can move Stormbreaker. Actually, Stormbreaker. How much do you think Stormbreaker weighs?
I
Maybe
mean, it's probably
60
pretty heavy.
pounds.
I mean,
It's probably pretty heavy.
it's like a giant metal thing.
Yeah, it's a two-hander at least. I would have to. I could drag it though. I could pull it. I was like, "No, it doesn't work that way. Like, there's only one Milner." I'm having trouble pronouncing it every time. So enjoy it every time I try to pronounce Milner. Any tricks? Any tips for pronouncing the thing?
I don't know. I don't know that I ever pronounced it correctly. So
Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer.
I'm so proud of my son. He says to me, "What about one of the shards of Mjolnir when it breaks apart in Thor 4?" And I was like, "That's brilliant. If you took that," and he's like, "What if somebody ate it?" I was like, "That's a completely different conversation." Can you imagine if Thor came up to you and was like grabs your mouth and
Here.
shoves a piece, like the tiniest piece, smaller than a dime, shoves it down your mouth, like your body would just like collapse, like wherever that piece was in your digestive tract, you would just collapse to the ground and just be like, "I can't move." And we started to really unpack it. We were like, you wouldn't be able to even sit on a toilet to pass it. You wouldn't like it wouldn't pass out of your body because it would be too heavy to like your digestive tract couldn't move it along. You would have to like bend your body.
Yeah. Like I feel like you would, because like, would you have to like contort your body and like to help it along the path?
But it's so heavy you wouldn't be able to contort your body even. Okay, so it gets worse. So like my son says, "Oh, you could surgically take it out." And I says, "Yeah, but what happens when the doctor gets in there? Even if he can get to it." He's like, "Oh, I see it. I can't move it." Like, no one can take it out. And then we agreed that like Thor would be like, if he would be a doctor, like Doctor Thor. I specialize in removing pieces of Mjolnir from people. Like, that's his whole job. He's not an ear, nose, and throat doctor. He's not a GP. His specialty is removing pieces of Mjolnir. and we loved that. We giggled about it for such a long time. And then like he brought up an excellent point. He was like, "Can't Thor can't he levitate it out of the body? Like, couldn't he move it through the body, like the piece out and like out the mouth or the other side?" And I said, "I don't know. He doesn't really move. He doesn't move it with his mind. He either
Yeah.
throws it
He
or is
recalls
pulled
it.
by it." And that my son said that too. I was like, he's like, doesn't he say, come to me, my X-Men, except he's the hammer. And I said, oh my God, you're right. He can call it. Like he can have it come to him. Can he have an digital piece come to him? Like, could he move that up like this? Or is it just like, is it a white line, like A to B?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
So
straight line.
right. So he's like, come to me, piece of Mjolnir. And it shoots out of the guy's stomach or back or whatever, rips him up completely. And then Thor's like, "You're welcome. Here's your bill."
I'll send you the bill.
Yeah. So there's no easy way to get this thing out of him. But we talked about that for 15 or 20 minutes and had the best time. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Did we fully unpack it, or did we miss an aspect of this that you can shed light on?
So like I don't know what the properties of Mjolnir. Mjolnir. That's the correct
Meow
pronunciation,
meow.
right?
the,
Mjolnir?
the properties of
Like I don't know what the properties are when it's broken apart, when it's shattered. Because the enchantment is on. Well, I don't because the enchantment is that only somebody who's worthy can lift it. I assume like no matter what configuration it's in, whether or not it's like one piece or like in a billion pieces, like that enchantment's still on it because I don't think the enchantment would be broken if the thing is broken.
Right. No, I
Um,
agree. Yeah. The enchantment is still powerful. The hammer is still powerful, and even in
yeah.
pieces. Yeah.
So I don't know what the because it's not the enchantment that allows him to like recall it.
Oh, anyone can recall it,
Well, I think it's probably like the wielder can recall it. I'm assuming.
but you have to be worthy to
I
wield it,
mean,
and
yeah,
so you'd have to be worthy to recall it.
yeah. Well,
Not
I
not
think
any.
like if you have to be worthy to wield it, which includes recalling it. I think.
Right. Okay.
Um,
That makes sense. What from what you're saying, it feels like if Thor did this to you, if he put a piece inside of you and it was in you, and he's like, "Bye forever, see you never," like, um, you would your only choice in life would be to become worthy, to become so pure of heart and do good. Like, but you can't move. Like you're on the ground. It's not even like you're comfortably in a chair or your bed. You're wherever you were when this happened to you, and you're there forever. And you could be like, I want to help people, and like get a laptop. You help people online or whatever. And then one day you're able to stand up and crap out a stone.
well, that's an interesting that's an interesting conversation because now we're talking about like more like in the vein of the good place. Like, how does one become worthy? Like, how does one become a good
Right.
person to be worthy enough? And like, is the fact that you're trying to like be worthy to like be able to lift it so
Just to
you
help
can
yourself.
help
Yeah.
yourself? Does that negate the fact that you're trying to be a worthy person?
Oh my God. Are all the people on the trolley tracks, do they have pieces of Mjolnir in them? And they can't move?
They are, but I was thinking just now, like, so like if you swallowed a piece, first of all, Thor, since Thor is one of the only people who is worthy enough to lift the hammer, and he's the one feeding you the piece, and there's also the doctor who removes it from you.
Okay. Is he no longer worthy? And makes you pay. Yeah. That's diabolical.
Yeah,
Or Doctor Thor is mean.
but that was just just sidebar to the conversation. But like, so like if you swallowed a little piece, like I don't know how big of a piece, like just like a pebble size piece,
Tiniest thing.
like
Like a four-sided die in D&D. Like a little tiny piece.
what if the 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 piece of the hammer was like strong enough to be recalled, but also not strong enough to like burst through you. Like,
Oh,
would you be
so it's like,
would you like would you fly towards Thor basically?
oh no. It's not strong enough to rip through your skin, but it is strong enough to lift you off the
Yes.
ground and into space. Oh my God. Thor's on a distant planet. He's like, he recalls the whole hammer. It's coming from all different places. And like one of the pieces is just a dead body in space, like floating towards the hammer and like smashes into it. So, and it's like sealed in, the body's sealed into it. So you now have Thor wielding the hammer with a grown human man on the end of it. And he's like, take this, Loki. uh, did we just write Thor 5? I think
I
we did.
mean, maybe at least Thor 6.
At least. Yeah. We don't want to ruin their plans for what they have next, but
Yeah.
yeah. I love it. Thank you so much for helping me figure that out. I'm so excited to tell my son he's going to be thrilled.
I'm sure
we,
there's many more ways to unpack this if we wanted to.
I mean, who knows? We may do another video. We should never do another video on this, but thank you for listening to me about it. And
No
thank you all
problem.
for listening to us. If you have thoughts on how to remove a piece of Mjolnir from someone's body, please let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell. And yes, Phil usually does his part, so I'm messing
Yeah.
it up.
No, it's great.
Great.
All those
Terrific.
things. I would also like to know if you would drop a comment. What do you think would happen if you swallow a piece of the hammer and Thor recalled the hammer? Let us know in the comments below, and we will catch you all in the next one.